Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I missed this. The title of this video is so ironic considering that I'm not even trying to do all those things and maintain balance. My goal is to finish my PhD in the next semester, no matter what. So my days revolve around that one specific goal. I do whatever it takes to take myself to graduation. Take myself as if I'm taking myself on a date, whatever. With that said, it's not like I pull all-nighters. I'm trying to keep a balanced schedule so I don't go insane, basically. You probably already know that I'm writing my thesis right now, which is so not glamorous. Writing is not glamorous in general. I submitted half of my thesis about a week ago to my supervisors, a week ago since filming this. So now I have to write the other half of it in like half the time that it took me to write the first half. So the way I try to do that without burning out is I set specific goals every day. Is that a helicopter? So what I do is I set specific daily tasks in order to get there, you know, without burning out. And yes, that includes weekends too. I don't work full-time on weekends, but I found that even 2 hours on Saturday maybe, or in the afternoon, could just help me keep the momentum so I can just keep going. And it can save a ton of time in the following week. Since I'm in touch with my manuscript every day, I don't have to sit, you know, on Monday morning and just try to remember where I've left it. And the other reason is because usually on the weekends I do the little stuff that I'm usually bored of doing during the weekdays. Don't tell this to anyone, like I'm so bored of writing captions, for instance, under every single graph that I do. So I usually do that in the weekends. Although now I'm done with the graphs, so who knows, maybe I'll do the citations. Maybe I'll be doing the citations from now on in the weekends. Usually on weekdays, I just try to generate as much text as possible. So with that said, after writing a chapter on my thesis, I'm usually in no mood to, to write a chapter of any fiction project. So I don't do that as often anymore. I still write sometimes, but not that much. Not every day like I used to. I am, however, working on a secret book project, and it's secret because I don't know if I'm going to publish it. I'm just doing it for me, you know, to keep my creativity on track. I would really like to publish it, although, you know, most of the time I just get, you know, imposter thoughts, and I'm like, oh, everybody's gonna hate it. Maybe I should just keep it in my computer and nobody should read it ever. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm just like, you know, working, you know, maybe on a Sunday afternoon, you know, just doing some stuff related to this book. I don't really want to talk about it. So yeah, if it all goes well, maybe you'll learn about it too. Maybe. Did I say maybe? So yeah, I try to keep the creativity train going without getting sidetracked by it and losing focus on my PhD. I have the tendency, and I suppose every single writer does, to lose myself in the books I work on. So yeah, I try to keep my entire focus on submarine volcanoes because if I lose my focus on my PhD and I start obsessing over a book project, the world is gonna end. But you know what? I really can't wait to get back to writing books. Like, I want it so bad, and this is a huge motivation, you know, to get me to finish my PhD faster so that I can get back to writing books sooner. Every day I get out of bed, you know, and the first thought I get is, you have to finish this PhD so you can write again. It's like a little promise to myself, you know, that I'll get back to it when this is all over. Hopefully in a couple of months. I think I should probably be finished, I think done with my first draft at least, by the end of March, and then I get to edit it. That's the funnest part, editing a manuscript. Anyway, it's a huge motivation, you know, to finish my PhD so I can just go live inside my books. Also reading, like I really miss reading. I hate that I can't read, you know, and even when I have a little bit of time to devote to a fiction chapter or a fictitious, you know, short story, I'm usually so overwhelmed by all the information, all the facts that I spend the day reading and writing. Like the other time I was reading this book on geoethics, but I was reading it so obsessively because I had to read it very fast so I can, you know, move on to write a page or so to write something about ethics in my thesis. I finished 450 pages in 3 days. There was so much information inside my head. And then I was like, okay, now I'm done. I can reward myself with a Stephen King book. And I sat down and I remember, you know, I was in bed and I had Stephen King's book, If It Bleeds. And I started reading and I was like, and then I was trying to memorize it, you know, exactly as I was trying to remember all the facts I had read in geoethics, which is ridiculous. I didn't enjoy it at all. So yeah, I really miss slow reading and reading for pleasure. Although I did really enjoy the geoethics book. I think it opened so many doors in my life. I think I see science in a whole new different perspective right now. But anyway, can I make a career out of geoethics? I have no idea. Okay, so the next part of my life that used to consume a whole bunch of blocks in my calendar is social media. I'm currently abstaining from social media, trying to stay away from it like hell, just as I'm trying to stay away from distractions. I do occasionally, you know, like hop on Instagram, you know, see what everybody's doing. And then I just maybe upload a picture and then just disappear again. I've even deleted, like, maybe, I think I only kept Instagram on my phone, like everything else is deleted. I don't have Messenger, I don't have TikTok, I don't have anything anymore, just to keep myself focused. I've never been this focused in my life. I don't even check emails anymore. I think I check them like once a week, or only if someone calls me and they're like, hey, I sent you an email, you never responded, and I'm like, oops, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I find it freeing, and it's very amazing to live in a distraction-free world. Although I really miss this. I miss this, and I miss taking pictures of books because that's apparently a hobby now. And I miss making videos, you know, even the little stories or the little TikTok videos. They were so fun. So finally, let's talk about life. Although I find myself working in the weekends I feel like my days have more balance now, which is, I know it may sound strange, but it's really how I feel. I feel like my life is more balanced now. But I think that's also partly because I'm free of other things. I don't TA anymore or grade. I don't have meetings anymore. I, I don't have to worry about research programs. I don't work anywhere at the moment. Like, this is my full-time job right now, my PhD, my research is my job. So I think that was also part of why, I feel at peace right now, and everything has fallen into place, because for the first time, like, I don't have my brain is focused in one specific thing instead of like 8. Which is like so crazy. It's crazy. It's like so quiet in my head right now. And I understand work is always gonna be part of my life. I'm not rich. I can't leave. I can't leave just by breathing. So I'm always going to have to work, which is like, but even if I did have money, I think I'd still be working. I'd be writing books. I wouldn't get a job per se, but I'll still be writing books and reading books. So yeah, work is part of my life, and so is writing. Writing is also a huge part of my life, although sometimes I have to walk away from it. I always get back. It's like writing is the love of my life, I think. It's like the only thing that has stayed with me forever, ever since I remember myself. I think, yeah, writing's always been part of my life. Of course, I don't get to give equal attention to my PhD and my writing anymore. And I also don't give equal attention to my hobbies, obviously. Who does that? I printed like a sheet music like 2 months ago, and I never got to it. I'm a terrible hobbyist. I think I did some warm-up back in December, but that's just it. I didn't even get to like, I didn't even like spread the sheet music before me, just warmed my fingers and then just close the piano. That's it. And I know I don't see my friends as much as I want to, and I'm so thankful that I have no FOMO, never had in my life, which is pretty great actually. Not even when I was 15. I remember even back then, I was just prioritizing my progress and my learning, and because I was such a nerd. Right now, I know, and the people who care about me know as well, that I should be prioritizing my PhD. And even if I get some time to spend with other people, that's usually my family. I don't get to see my parents and my sister that often anymore. So like, yeah, they're my priority now. I also don't feel left behind in life anymore. I have 1 more semester left to finish my PhD. So what could I be missing in just 1 semester? We went through lockdown after lockdown with the pandemic. So that kind of gave me a different perspective on time. 2 years went by and I don't feel left behind right now, then I don't think I'll be missing much in the next 6 months. Hopefully it won't be the end of the world. This is totally new though, because if you ask 2021 Anne, she'd tell you that the end could the end could come any day now. But I think mostly everyone was thinking that way because we saw things we didn't want to see with the pandemic, with everything going on, with the climate crisis, with the war in Ukraine, like everything. But I'm calmer now, and I hope you are too. My mind has shifted from that mentality, thankfully, and I'm at peace with myself and with the world around me. I'm working towards a big goal this year, and that has helped me keep my mind off, you know, the negative things that are happening. Doesn't mean that they stopped happening just because I don't think about them as often as I used to. It's just better for me, you know, for my mental health, not to focus on those things as much. And I hope you too are working on a big goal this year, because I think we all need this right now. We all need big goals at the moment. I don't think anyone can deny that the pandemic took away things from our lives, but it's time to move on. It's time to finish our PhDs, write those books, and get back on track. I think for the first time since I started my PhD, I have some orientation. It's going to end soon, and I think I'm finally kind of settling on what I want to do next. It's also amazing how happy I feel these days. This was unexpected. I was even thinking about this the other day, and I could name a whole list of things that might have contributed to, you know, me feeling this way. But I'm not gonna bore you with any of that. I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, hoping that these feelings will last a long time. I hope you're happy too. Thank you for staying till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're happy and calm with big goals, and I hope you have balance in your life as well. I'll see you in the next one, which will be book related. I promise you this time. We'll go back to talking about books. I think enough with this Anne's Corner. We'll get back to it like after I finish my PhD. Okay, I can't promise that. But next time, I don't know when that will be. It will depend on my schedule, on how my writing goes. We'll talk about books. So, thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.